be yes. So I think we're actually going to pop into the gymnasium immediately. That will allow us to do something. Never mind, we're not going to because it is still closed. Stream down. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Give me a second. Are we sure about that? Because the stream looks like it's up to me. One moment. Two minutes ago, there was a thing that says this is disconnected. God damn it. Oops. Okay, I think that we're back though, right? I mean, I can see myself on Twitch, so yes. So we should be back. There was a disconnect, which shouldn't be happening because I did have a conversation with my ISP about it, and we went through a whole thing, and it shouldn't be happening anymore. So the fact that it happened is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Let's take a look at how much damage these griffins are going to do, or these wyverns rather. They're going to do roughly 6 fuck tons of damage. It's currently 9 p.m. It was different from the normal ones. Yeah, it didn't seem quite the same to me because I got like disconnected. I usually get like disconnected from chat at the top there. Like after someone says thinger, it says, oh, disconnected. But this time it did not do that. So I don't know what's up. Holy shit. Yes, I forgot. Enemies hit very hard now. I say now as if like they weren't hitting me for my entire HP bar at the start of the game. You attack so slow.
Kill me. Looks like it's up to me.
Problem. Yeah, it might be a different problem entirely. Who knows? It could have just been a problem on Twitch's end. For real this time. How funny would that be? Alright, so we just got our asses kicked by 3 wyverns. It's not terribly promising. Though, oh, I didn't have our power cast. You know, that would help. Like, I didn't finish casting my buffs. Hour power is a big deal since so much of my durability just comes from lifesteal. look. So, do I want to fuck around with the wyverns right now? Or do I want to just try to dive the water elementals to clear access to that dungeon? I feel like I want to do the dungeon. Well, look, I'm always happy to find that I tried to fix a problem and instead made it worse. You know what I always say, kids? Don't try. Completely off-brand. Me? Try? I'm not famously known for being a fucking tryhard. Okay. So now I need to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do about this. As these things just rotate around here. How would I get... I don't think this spot is gonna work, but we're gonna check. We're not even gonna get there. Am I gonna have to pull these away? Shit. I'm gonna have to pull these. Away from each other. I kind of like the fact that there's a consolidation over here, but it doesn't look like it's a useful consolidation. It's just like they just happen to be going over there. Nothing terribly important. You know, I guess. We doing Avlee. We're definitely going to do it successfully.
No problem.
Swift Elemental. And...
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous. This is actually hitting pretty hard. I think Ice Blast will just kill me, right? I think Ice Blast is an AoE. So the Ice Blast would probably kill me outright. Oh! That's super interesting. I don't like that at all. You know what? That's fine. Now that I think about it. No, that's fine. So there's a Summoner Ancient Wyvern here. Oh. This is not fine. Oh god, it's gonna be summoning on the enemies. It's going fine so far. What was in the patch notes? Because I updated, but I don't know what's happened. What's been changed? What's happening? I haven't looked at the chat in or not the chat, the Discord this morning. Is there something big and bulky that's changed? While I was sleeping. Oh shit. It's fine.
Ow.
So, I think... I am tempted to just start like a war between the wyverns and the elementals. Like, this sylph clearly needs to die because it's keeping the wyverns away from the other elementals. Oh god, you're thorns? Why are you thorns? You're not allowed to be thorns. How dare you? Okay. We're killing all the other elementals. If this is a Thorns enemy, no fucking shot. We're killing all the other elementals and we're just letting them fight each other. Okay.
I'm not dead yet.
Everything about this is going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fine. Alright. So, if we can get these pulled over here. Okay, let's burn down this sprite. Okay? Okay, we're gonna kill this wyvern, that's fine.
A worthy opponent, a good battle. Easy prey.
Go team! I believe in you! Oh yeah, this is definitely how we're gonna handle this area. I'm just actually, now that I think about it, if we brought the summoner over by itself, could it just take the entire army of elementals on its own? Because every time it attacks, it's gonna spawn an extra wyvern. I feel like this might work. I should probably start dealing damage to this thing. I'm not in range. Can I get into range with it without getting... Oh! We have even more over there coming. That's right. This is very funny. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at the physical damage output of these. So these are doing about 12,000 per hit, and this is doing 24,000 with the water. Okay, okay. So let me take a look at my. Oh, yeah, that's. I think this was in the 70s before, right? I think this was in the 70s. So yeah, that's a huge change to go from the 70s to the 80s. Unless it's in the unless I'm completely misremembering.
Easy prey.
Ooh, that's a good call. That's a good call. Well, the problem is that
Easy prey.
it's vampire. Ooh, that's exciting. Those are both very powerful things for me.
Battle.
The problem is that if I get into melee with this thing, I'm also getting close enough for the wyverns to turn around and start sniping me, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see if I not do that. If I hit a wyvern again. Oops, that's spacebar. Spacebar is not the right button. Dodged. the like hit animation. Okay, let's see. Is this thing gonna kill all of them with just the thing? Okay, I need to kill this horned wyvern here if possible before the elemental kills it. There we go. I want to make sure that I'm getting the experience off of these. We are getting there. We're getting there. Should I start burning through the wyverns, actually?
We can take it.
You know what I should do? I'm gonna fly away, and I'm gonna save. And then we're gonna come back. You know, sometimes you just have to
Won't hurt us.
You have to enjoy yourself. And let your enemies kill each other. And sometimes you have to stop letting them kill each other so that you can get the EXP when they die.
This could be tough. We can take it.
Okay, there's now a small enough number of them that I think
We can take it.
I can probably out DPS them. I might be wrong
Won't
on
hurt
that.
us.
It's so funny. Portal just keeps going down instantaneously. Whoopsies. Ooh, there's a problem. Okay, you know what? We're gonna burn it. We got it. But now we're gonna die. Because they're both down. She came back up right as I needed her to, but I had no faith and I went the wrong direction. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Nope, nope, nope. Ho ho ho. Okay, so. Burn you.
Victory is ours.
It's dangerous.
I'm gonna try to burn through the top tier ones first. It is funny how many attacks I have that are going into the water elemental as it like moves around and shit.
Let's take it. Let's take it.
Okay, there's ancient over here.
A worthy good battle.
That's very scary.
No problem.
We can take it. There's some danger.
No problem. We've got it.
Alright, there's now 2 of them. And are you still alive? Please. Okay, we got the kill. Okay. We lost out on the experience of a couple of the wyverns, but that's okay.
Useless.
Okay, we got a spear, we got a shield that we don't need. So I do think that we're gonna want to rewrite that setup. Let me take a look at how much damage we're doing. Yeah, like the damage output. Why is Severia's damage output so low? That's actually kind of wild. Ashcore has now surpassed Severia in total damage done. That's really surprising because... Ash has been ahead in damage for a while. Ash has been, I'd say for probably... It started when I got... So Ash started catching up to Severia while still using a level 100 spear. And then Ash got a level 200 spear and massively started outpacing. So, like, Ash started doing Severia numbers in terms of, like, passing the 40% marker. And then we got a legendary spear. So now Ash is like absolutely, like unequivocally out of control. What I didn't expect is that Ash is actually so out of control that his overall damage done over the entire game is now surpassed Severia, because he's gotten so out of control for the last 50 levels or whatever. And obviously the higher you get, the more damage you're doing, so the greater a proportion each level is of the overall total, right? But like, we're talking crazy numbers coming out of Ash, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we haven't even pumped any of these skill points in yet. Yeah, Ash fully, well and truly out of control at this point. But the numbers weren't like this before. It wasn't this crazy. It was more like 44% Ash and like 30-ish% Severia. So Severia's fallen behind Ash more than they were before, and we'll just have to see what we're going to do about this. I do think that we probably want to copy this. I think that's we have so many uses for a copy of that sword that I really do want to copy it. Right, but the reason that I haven't yet is because it's not 5 o'clock yet. So at 5 o'clock we can do that. Okay, I'm gonna call this summoner over. I think it's gonna be fun. Do we care about experience? Yes, we do. It's me. I care about experience way too much. We're gonna bring the summoner over. It's gonna be funny. I just want to bring the summoner and have the two swarms fighting each other, because I just think that's really funny. There's not really a lot of opportunities to get to watch a giant kaiju battle. I have not gone to Deja yet, no. I'm basically avoiding Deja until the pit is open, if I can. And I know that I actually technically can't. So we could just use thingers. But yeah, we haven't gone to that many places yet, honestly. We have a giant pack here. This is the summoner. And I guess we'll find out if the summoners summon off of hitting other targets. Whoop. Come to me, my little friends. Okay, are you summoning? I don't think so. It's not summoning. So it's only going to summon if it's hitting me, I think.
Too easy.
Which I guess makes sense if you don't want, like... If you don't want to give the player the ability to create an unlimited summoning thing by just having two summoners beat on each other. Yes, I'm at the Titan Stronghold. The intention is to do the Titan Stronghold right now. That's my intention right now. Unfortunately, I'm now realizing that they're all in the water. And I might not... Yep, I don't want them to die here. Shit. Mistakes were made. I should have brought these out instead of bringing the wyverns in. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and beat up this Swift Water Elemental, because with this wyvern taking, we shouldn't have any trouble, I think. And we have really good damage now. We've been going kind of crazy just generally. And... Yep. Ash is a little out of control. You know, just knights doing knight things. That is thoroughly untrue. Remember in the beginning of the game when, in order to kill a regenerating enemy, I had to hit it 1,000 times so that its regen would mitigate to the point where I could actually beat through its regen if I was fighting it on a bridge. I remember that. As we've gotten later into the game. It's become... I feel like my damage output relative to my durability, because my durability is now closer to the beginning of the game, right? Yeah. All the complaints about DK, just nerf knights.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, there was a point in the middle of the run, not in the middle of the run, toward the end of there was a point toward the end of the Might and Magic 6 portion where Severia felt like the only one who could survive a hit, and I was feeling like my DK was, because of the fact that they were the DPS and the everything else, it felt like I was going to have to like invest my resources into like doubling down on them in order to be able to survive anything. And, you know, while I was doing all those considerations, Ashkor was just, you know, quietly, you know, accumulating points in Arms Master until all of a sudden one day it's just, oh, hi, I'm going to melt everything because I have a mediocre spear now instead of a level 90 spear. And just absolutely crushing everything in their way. Unfortunately, the opposite has happened for Silveria. Where Silveria has gone from being fairly functional to being simultaneously extremely squishy and having absolutely no damage, which is very unfortunate. But we'll fix that. I'm planning on swapping Silveria to Sword and Board. Yeah, that was 3 a.m. I'm planning on swapping Silveria to Sword and Board to see if we can make that a more effective strategy, because I don't know. I don't feel like her stats are low enough relative to the other characters for me to feel like that's the reason for her like abysmal DPS. I think that it's more just everybody else is starting to scale like crazily. I thought that Seraphs couldn't dual wield. Yeah, the reason I'm using a two-handed sword is because of the Seraph, yeah. Let's see. I could also try to pump these a bit, but honestly, I don't know how that's gonna make up the difference that I need made up. Actually, why is my intellect so low? Shouldn't my intellect be higher than this? That seems about right. Oh, I have actual mic gear, I guess. So yeah, maybe part of the problem is just that her gear is kind of garbage. If I go with spear, then she's going to be very slow to hit. So I think that I would need to retain the sword, because if I go spear, she's basically just sitting there like that. At that point, she's not doing anything at all.
Victory is up.
That would be very much like.
We don't need.
Actually, does spear even give AC anymore? Yeah, it does. So like if I went spear and shield, because of the fact that she doesn't have arms master to increase her attack speed, functionally like just there to tank hits and to cast shared life, which is not my intention. I am intending to make her more tanky and less damage dealing while she's already got such such garbage damage. But there are limits to how far I'm going to take that. The reduction of physical resist I already have built into Ashcore, who, because of the fact that Ash has the... and obviously the two would stack until it gets to 0, right? But like... because Ashcore has Arms Master, Ash can afford to have a weapon skill that doesn't reduce the swing timer. Whereas Silria really doesn't have a speed scaling mechanism outside of the sword skill itself. So I feel like, especially because of the fact that like Ash has a recovery time of 56 with the spear, in addition to the fact that we would be like doing less damage. The spear effect is every hit, right? It's an on-hit effect. So for a character that can't reduce who can't like increase attack speed, the spear effect is like there's a lot of factors that make Ash a massively superior spear user to Silria. The sword is very much like the thing that makes Silria's kit work. But it doesn't need to be like a high damage sword necessarily if I can make things work. But I am thinking about it. Can you use shield? You can. You probably don't have a reason to. I think that I am going to go all in on shield next level, because I think it'll be interesting to see if I can get some good results out of that. The other thing is that I forgot about this. I'm not going to be able to get expert shield until, much less master, until I actually go to a new area. So maybe I don't need to actually make the swap immediately, but I might as well make the swap anyway. So we'll make the swap. We'll see what kind of an effect that it has on things. And yeah, let's do some itemization now. Let's see. I'm not really planning on respecking, no. The thing is that Silria, to swap to a shield build, doesn't need to respec. The points in sword are still valuable because I'm still using a sword. The points in plate are still valuable. The points in spirit, all the points that I have are still valuable. We're not really changing something. We're adding a new skill to the mix. And Sword and Board is very much like on brand for Silria as a character. The reason that I haven't been using Sword and Board for Silria is literally just that I have a legendary two-handed sword and no one else can theoretically get any value out of a two-handed sword. So that's really the entire reason that Silria has been sitting on this. It's just because it's like, well, I got the two-handed sword, I might as well use it, right? But the intention was always to eventually transition to shield. And that intention has gone on and off periodically throughout the run. But let's make this work.
Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done.
Alright, so we now have the ability to pump a point into regen, point into all of our lovely skills. You need to just keep pumping this stuff. But yeah, it's kind of fun doing a build where it's just like keeping 4 skills directly in unison. Just because of the fact that it's like it seems like a very silly build, right? Like it seems very silly to be like, I'm going to evenly distribute my points between all of the things that I could put points into. As a build, that feels very casual, but at the same time, Ashcore is so fucking insane as a direct result of it. It's like, you know, if you just keep putting points into all those weapon skills, eventually, you know, you reach a certain point and things start going nuts. You know? I think that it's easy to overinvest in skills in Might and Magic because of the fact that, like, you have the escalating costs. It's very easy to go, oh, well, this skill is, like, more valuable than the others, and just, like, you know, put points into it beyond the point where it's no longer a good idea to do so. Like, that's a fairly easy thing to do accidentally. And because some skills are more valuable than others, right? Like, the Arms Master skill is better than most weapon skills, at least in vanilla. Is it still? Yeah, right? Like, Arms Master GM gives 4 damage, 2 speed, and 2 attack. So, like, from an offensive perspective, a point in Arms Master is simply better, right? And that's fine, right? Because it's a special, unique skill for, you know, for knights to play with. But I guess it's not a unique skill, but it's unique for.
Welcome, travelers.
I have no issue with the fact that Arms Master is as good as it is. To be clear, what's it doing?
Welcome, travelers. Our meals are second to none.
That's what we needed to do. Thank you for the reminder with the apple. Okay, so yes, I just used an apple and then filled my packs to 20. That's how we roll. So, what was I saying? Right, we're going to work on making Silria's whole deal work. Because right now, Silria is the weakest link. I think Kortal is very squishy right now, and we need to fix Kortal's whole deal. We need to get some improvements going with Kortal. Korgrik is actually doing better than before in some ways, worse than before in other ways. Korgrik has enough HP and regen now that even though the healing throughput is extremely low compared to like Ashcore or Severia, because their lifesteal is so insane, even though that is the case, Korgrik still brings that value of the regen happening when I'm not lifestealing. Right? Now, Korgrik's life-stealing healing is non-existent now because now we just aren't hitting enemies for any points of damage at all, and that's an obvious problem. But I do think that I'm comfortable copying this sword right now. We are currently high enough level to equip it if I upgrade it. Yes. So this has been upgraded, and we are going to pump this all the way up. So let's find whatever bullshit we need to find in our inventory to make this work. We're going to pump up that sword, and then we're going to copy that shit. We're also currently sitting on, I think, basically like the highest tier gems that I'm going to get for the foreseeable future. So if I max it out with these gems, like, are there even a higher tier of gem than the crafting diamonds? Is there anything higher than those? Because if these are the highest tier that there are, then if I max out the stats with that, there we go. So if I max out the stats with the crafting diamonds, then I don't have to worry about it. We've like maxed out the item. So that's useful. So I want to find... Am I even getting those I'm probably not even getting those anymore, am I? Like crafting sunstones? I don't think I've seen a crafting sunstone in a billion years. So the lowest thing I might be able to get is the crafting emeralds.
No room.
This might be the lowest crafting item that I currently have available to
I can't carry anymore.
I don't know how many of the smaller ones I honestly have. Most
There's
of
no room.
most of these gems that look like they're crafting gems are not crafting gems.
I have too much.
most of them are the other type. Are the figures. So I do have moonstones I can convert into. See, that's sapphire into diamond already. So I don't have any that are in my immediate. Let's see, thinger. But vendor. You mean like buying them? I'm not going to buy any crafting materials from stores. If I end up wasting like some of this stuff, it's fine. Look, the reason I'm holding on to all of these gemstones, okay, is because I have been told that merge mod is weird. Merge mod's weird. I'm holding on to everything. Sure, could I just get someone to give me a list of everything that I need so that I have one of everything that I need and don't worry about it? Yes. Is it funny to me that I now have hundreds of gems sitting around my inventory that I refuse to do anything with because I've been warned that it's a pain in the ass? Yes, I think it's funny, so I don't want to change it. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we don't even have very many crafting emeralds. Honestly, it's almost exclusively sapphires at this point. Like we're not even getting emeralds. We'll probably get some once we start going into lower level zones, but every single one of those gems. How did rings become gems? Like, it's not even... I didn't even say gems. I said gems. How did I make gems out of rings? It's fine. You know what? We're not going to worry about it. But also, we are, I think, out of the greens. So we're just going to use all the sapphires that we have, I guess. All them gems. All these rings are critically important to my strategy. I need them all, and I will not elaborate because I have no justification for that statement. Oh shit, I elaborated. Pretend you didn't hear that part. Oh shit. Well, you know, it's fine. It's also a good item, but I'm not copying that one. I don't want to do it right now. Alright, let's see here. Probably there is. There probably is. Look, I'm gonna need, like, specifically poppy snaps. I'm going to need Poppy Snaps to turn in later in the game. Except Poppy Snaps are really easy to find, so we're going to ignore the Poppy Snaps. We're going to need a gold ring. That's what we're going to need. We need a gold ring for the quest. And then I'm going to feel real dumb when I turned in when I sold all of that stuff to the vendor. These are just facts. The focal point of my inventory management should always be optimizing for maximum numbers of rings held in my inventory at once. Okay. Because that's what we really care about at the end of the day, right? It's also nice to have the endurance on this because I don't have endurance on a lot of slots. And so it's kind of nice to have it on a weapon. Makes a big difference. You know, look, do we still have some legendary unidentified rings in our inventory? Honestly, possible. We might actually, because I don't think so. I don't think I do, because of the fact that I feel like... Okay, we're done with the sapphires. So we can now do the crafting diamonds to max this sucker out. And we have 1 billion of those. So this now has its secondary stats maxed out. It is 1 level below the level of Silria. And it is... ready to be copied. But yeah, it's not that unlikely that I have a ring. I don't think so because I did just go through, like, looking through all of these things, and every time I'm clicking on them, I am right-clicking, so I'd see the ring. But hey, it could get covered up by the information box as well. So you never know. Okay, so where's that thing? Where did I put you? I think that this is the correct decision. One thing that's nice about this decision is that I need 2 swords. Like, it's not like I just need 1 sword. I need 2 one-handed swords. 3-1. There it is. Nailed it.
Won't fit.
I saw that. I saw that. I knew
No
what that
space.
was. Okay. Next on our agenda, what if we equip this? So this gives us a minus 48% to power on a character who is already doing no damage. So Silria's damage output is definitely going to be absolutely crippled by this. That is a fucking legendary shield. Why do I have a legendary tower shield of the gods just chilling here? Wait, what?
Won't fit.
What?
There's no room.
Wait, what? Wait, why?
I can't carry it.
I don't remember getting this shield. Okay, I have more than 1 legendary shield apparently. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. So, now we need to make a decision. Which of these am I going to use? Are we going to use this one, which has personality and endurance and divine protection on it? Or are we going to use this one that has speed and hit points and resistances? Importantly, this is of the gods, and this is of resistance, and of resistance is not as good as of the gods. Of the gods is a way better effect. Also importantly, killing a monster with a single target attack will recover your action time is really good. This one... not that much, but we don't have any We don't have any skill right now. So that's not surprising. We only have one shield skill. So we should be able to massively boost that the second that we just start pumping points in this. We have 193 skill points to put in.
It might be useful.
So at the moment, we have removed the thing that makes her personality gear work, which means that we need to swap this over. This has to go into her inventory because there's no other way to handle it. We need to have this on you. Not as important for Cortal. We don't have any Ascension Emeralds, no. So I've used them fairly aggressively. I've been using them on like boots and stuff because I just have wanted to. I tend to find like large batches of Ascension Emeralds in a row, and then I just have all these Ascension Emeralds sitting in my inventory, and then I go for 2 maps and don't get a single one. And it's like, oh, maybe I should have saved that so that when I want to, upgrade this thing, I can. Either way, it's fine. So 208, this is 150. So this would need to be upgraded considerably to catch up to this in terms of level. But it does give you an indication of just how huge a fucking difference there is in the base value. Because this is a really, low tier item. This is a very high tier item, right? And so as a high tier item, this has 114 armor. This only has a 95 despite being 50 levels higher. So this also looks really cool. Okay, so we have to make a decision here. Is a Dragon Hunter's shield the highest tier shield in this? Like, if I equip this, am I getting this? Or if I equip this, am I getting some garbage? Well, here's the thing. The armor comes not from the skill itself. It comes from multiplying the skill by the base value. So, there's a big difference between these two things. So, because of the fact that this has lower armor, the skill will also give less armor and less resist as a result. That being the case, that's not really relevant to the thing. So this is the highest tier. So if I equip this, I get this look. Because if I get this look, then this shield needs to be reforged in my image because this looks really cool and I like this shield. It's a really cool looking shield. So we can basically, because if it's lower level, right? Yeah, exactly. The tower shield requires close to no crafting cubes. That's 100% true. But if I upgrade with Ascension Emeralds, this shield, I get the highest tier Might and Magic 7 tower shield. And I don't remember what that looks like, but it doesn't look this cool. I know it doesn't look this cool. So I think I'm going to remake this one in my image, and we'll use a bunch of crafting cubes on it, either immediately or later on. We'll have to make that decision. You know what? We'll use it immediately. We're just going to... Let's completely go batshit with reforging this shield. We're just going to make it the best it can be and all that jazz. So, the hit points I'm actually fine with. The speed am I fine with. Honestly, debatable. I'm debating whether the speed is something that I'm happy to retain or not. The round gold one. Do I have a copy of one of those in my inventory? I don't think I have one in my inventory. Let's see. Well, what I want to re-roll the resists into is of Doom. Just because I like of Doom. I had one. It's yeah. Oh Jesus, Ash, having some trouble here. It's not. It wouldn't be this, right? This is a normal shield, not a tower shield. Let's see. Oh really? The tower shield becomes a normal shield? Because this isn't a tower shield. Like there's large shields. The large shield becomes. Is this a large shield design? Huh. Weird. Yeah, that's nowhere near as cool. Alright, so we're definitely using this thing. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, we're re-rolling you. So, let's get our stuff going. Scouring Pearl. Scouring Pearl. I think... Okay, if I was going to replace the speed, what would I replace it with? It makes sense to replace it with either personality to dig deeper into, because we have a lot of legendaries that have personality on them, and though this legendary is also reduces all damage taken by 10%, and they don't stack with each other, I don't think. So I would want to move this over, which means that I would want to get rid of the personality on this, because nobody else really benefits that much from it. So we can give this to you for now, because we're gonna need to replace this. That's a guarantee. We're gonna go. Okay, and I guess we can just plop this back on. So Celebrity's vitality is higher than Ashcore's now. Alright, let's save under danger as well, because we're going to be doing some high stakes stuff here. We purged off the effect that I know for a fact that I want to keep. I think I am just going to keep the speed, because it's probably not worth the... It's probably not worth using a pearl to get rid of that effect. So we're going to purge off the resists, and then we're going to start upgrading the shield with the hope that we can roll of Doom, and of the Gods is also fine. Of Doom, of the Gods, it's all good. I need you to get the right effect. I need you to get the right effect. Alright, we got the right effect. So, we can now save under danger again. And... yeah! Of Doom, instant. Don't even need to re-roll it by upgrading the item. Let's fucking go. It's fate. It is fate. Okay, so we've now got this of Doom. And what else do we need to do to this sucker? So we are going to, I guess, upgrade the speed and HP on this. Though those are very low, and I don't have any low-level crafting materials. does it make sense to just blow all of my crafting diamonds into pumping the speed and hit points on this item? Is that what we want to do? It's an incredibly dumb thing to do. Let's do it. Okay. Also, we're moving this pearl. It's way too similar to a diamond. They're not that similar looking, but they're too similar. Alright. So. And by the way, I don't know. I think that this was patched in at some point. It was patched in so that you can like click on items while they're in the enchant thing, right? Because that, as a quality of life improvement, is so huge. There's so much of a delay with like the way that it, behaves normally. And holy shit, 1,007 HP. Okay, so crafting cubes. Let's go. What level are you? You're 234. We're just gonna use every crafting cube we have. It's fine. The really funny thing is that I'm not even going to be able to get what I really want while doing this. What I really want is to also have my skill up to an appropriate level with the expertise. Just for funsies, I think it would be fun to have the reveal be with that, right? But that's okay. We'll live with only, a billion. We can't get expert here, right? There's no expert shield trainer just sitting around Avlee, is there? I'm almost positive there isn't, but it would be really funny. Chain. Expert axe and leather. Master identify. No dice. Oof. That's rough. I dislike having gameplay like locked behind animations quite considerably. I remember like being very upset in Neverwinter Nights because like there was a hard limit on how many attacks you could actually animate, which meant that for a character that had like great cleave and like 5 attacks per round and stuff like that, like they just wouldn't get like half the attacks that they were actually supposed to get, like because the engine was just like no. And then for Neverwinter Nights 2, they fixed it by basically detaching like opportunity attacks and certain other types of attacks, the things that give you a lot of extra attacks, from the animations, and just giving it like a little like thing. Huge quality of life improvement. So we now have a level 210 required Legendary Divine Dragon Shield, which I think is the highest we can get it right now if we use all of our cubes, because I think we have 0 cubes left. I think we're all good. So, Silria currently is sitting on 69,000 vitality. We are going to take every point that she has and put it into shield. And then
There's no room.
we're going to press this button. 127,670 vitality. Now, does she have the same melee damage that Severia had at level 20? Yes. She does roughly have about as much damage as Severia was doing at level 20. This is true. However, does she currently have as much vitality as Severia at level 235? No, she does not. But she should be much more durable against physical attacks, I would think. Way more durable. So this is about 17 versus like 10, right? Like that is, like Severia would be taking 70% more damage per hit by default. That's mitigated by other secondary effects that Severia has further, but pretty solid. And this is before we get an item for Silria that gives us the ability to really exploit the elemental resistance stuff. So we've got pretty solid amount of hit points to play with. We have a fairly slow recovery time because we do not have Expert Shield. And we can get up to Mastery with Shield. When we get Master Shield, which all we have to do is teleport around to get that done once we finish Avlee. Once we get that done, we're going to double the bonus AC and the bonus resists that we get from the shield. Like, fully just double it. We're going to have a pretty sizable boost to our durability from this. And I believe that once we get up to Mastery, Silria will, in fact, be more tanky than Severia. The other thing that we have coming up in the pipeline is we're going to be copying this eventually. And once we copy this, we're going to be able to give a copy of this to her as well. So that'll be useful. Because this is a very solid piece. And that'll be good. So we have finished up our interlude with that. Oh, wait. I have not cast my buffs yet. So that's going to have an impact on everybody. Yeah, just a little bit of item customization that's going to help us a wee bit. So with all of our buffs cast, we get up to 147. And that's good. Which buff changes in particular? When are you referring to the? Let's see. Are you referring to the like passive boosts? Upcoming ones. I haven't read about it. What are the upcoming changes? Is this the are you referring to the like consolidating a portion of your? Yes, I think that's a good idea. I think that is a fairly solid way to handle the buff system for like some of the more powerful buffs, and depending on how it's specifically implemented, it could be absolutely great. But like it just depends on this, like the absolute specifics of how it. Like I'd have to play with it to be able to give better commentary than it sounds like a good idea because buffing is not that interesting right now. There's some interesting decision making to be made. Obviously, like the gearing for my shaman is meaningfully has meaningful interaction with the way that I intend to use the permanent buffs and stuff like that. But the my brain broke. Oh shit. But generally speaking, the buffs are not as interesting of decisions as I think that they could be as a component of just like the vanilla design, right? So the I think that that is something that can be very valuable. Particularly for the like really high impact buffs, I think it makes a lot of sense.
I'm not dead yet.
This is probably... Oh!
Worse.
You know, Silvery lasts a long time. We last a long time. Yeah, I like those kinds of systems for like it kind of like depends on like what you're trying to go with stuff. I do kind of like having buffs that like eventually become pseudo permanent because there's like a little bit of like power fantasy to that is kind of fun on like a conceptual level. But in practice, it's pretty dull, right? In practice, it's like, okay, well, I cast a buff and then forget about it for, you know, an hour and a half of game time, and then it wears off and I die instantly, right? Like for preservation in particular, like, oh, I didn't notice that this wore off, and now I'm just gonna die to the next thing that hits me. Like that as a gameplay mechanic, buffing becomes less and less relevant the further into the game that you get, while simultaneously the importance of the buffs continues to be more important. Yeah, it's a good thing I brought food. Can I talk to you again? How do I talk to you again, my friend? Because I'm now realizing that I didn't talk to you with the thing that I needed to talk to you with in my inventory. Where the hell is it?
Won't fit.
There's no room.
Sorry.
I can't carry anymore.
Fairy pipes can't be used that way. God, what's the point of them then? Okay. I wonder how the fairy ring works in this. Yep, I am now out of food. And that's fine. It's not like I need food for anything, because I don't rest. It's not like there's been another mechanic that's been tied to having food or anything like that. What the fuck are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Excuse you. Oh good, you don't explode. Okay, we're good. As long as you're not exploding on me, I don't care. Can we just take it? We probably can.
Easy.
How much damage do they do? None? Oh, they are so low level. Let's see. After we finish Avlee, the next zone to do... That's a really good question that I don't have a good answer to.
Got it.
We'll have cleared Tatalia and Avlee. So, probably the Bear Downs would be my guess. Because I am really unhappy with what I've done to myself here. I think we might need to use this elevator. We might need to use it as an elevator. Or not as an elevator, I guess. I forgot that I can teleport using the elevator. That's actually quite convenient. Okay, so we are in a different location now. Can I just walk onto the thing? Is it just like a teleporter? Can I just walk over it? I think I can just walk over it. Who's there?
Can someone heal me?
Okay, so exploding queen dragonfly we can burn through. How much damage do you do? So much damage. Way less than I was expecting. We're fine. Okay. Cloak.
Oh.
Not a legendary cloak. Don't need to worry about it. And we can press this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the next place that we're going to go is going to be to the Barrow Downs, because I now will have a town portal to Avlee. I'll have a town portal to here. And we can basically just go to each of the places, like Bracada Desert and Thingamabobber, as the plot demands that we go there. What damage did I like? So that's the thing, is that it is kind of tempting to do. There's no way to get to Bracada Desert and on the first entry to Bracada Desert get into Celeste, right? And vice versa for the pit.
Can someone heal me?
I don't think there is, because I think that you need to get the person for the plot first. So the thing about going into the Barrow Downs is that when I go to the Barrow Downs for the first time, I can go straight from the Barrow Downs to the Land of the Giants. That is a legal move, I believe. And since that's a legal move, it makes sense to actually do Bracada in the other place first, because there is no way to go to Bracada without... there's no way to get to Celeste without delivering the judge
We got it.
first, I think. I can't get into Celeste when I pick up the judge, right? So yeah, so the Celeste thing makes it so that it does make sense to just kind of go in advance and not worry too much about it, because we just set down a thing. We set down a beacon. So I could do Bracada. It's just really tempting to do the dwarf. So we'll probably just do Bracada and then follow it up with Deja, because again, both of those need to be done before you can get into the pit and the thinger respectively anyway. And then from there, once we've cleared basically everything else, we go into that place that has a name, the Barrow Downs, and we clear the Barrow Downs, we clear the caves beneath the dwarf town, And then we go, oh, this leads right over to Thunderfist Mountain. So we go into Thunderfist Mountain, we clear Thunderfist Mountain, and then we go into Nyone, and then we clear every dungeon in Nyone. And then we go, oh, wasn't there another entrance out of Thunderfist Mountain? That's weird. Well, I guess we better go over there and see what that leads to. And then we head through the path to the Land of the Giants, and then do the path, and then do the Land of the Giants itself, and then do the Dragon Caves, and I don't think we can do the Hive. Can we do the Hive? We might be able to enter the Hive. If we can enter the Hive, great. If we can't enter the Hive,
No
too
space.
bad. And so we're basically going to be going on this, like, long trek where we just kind of, like, go completely ham, doing so much stuff. Before we've even, like... So the funny thing is that we would be doing that before we turn in the Dwarf Quest, because we would have already cleared the mine of all the enemies in it, but we wouldn't have, whatchamacallit? We wouldn't have actually gotten the quest completed. So because we wouldn't have turned that in, we won't even have started the war timer at all, I don't think. I think the war timer doesn't start until you turn in the Dwarf Quest. So... Oh, I don't know if I said this. Sleep well, live forever, never. Probably way too late, but I was thinking about saying it and I think I skipped it. But,
It might be useful.
you know, brains, sometimes they don't work so good. Let's see, what was I saying? So yeah, so I think that we'd be able to just go through all of that, and then we'd basically have the vast majority of the game completed before we even turn in the quest for the dwarves. And then once we turn that quest in, we have the quests that we need to do for the war, which basically just means waiting for a couple of months because, like, we've already got those quests completed. And then we get the judges, and then we start completing those things. Let's see.
We got it.
I believe that it was that we need to do light side so that I have to do the pit. Because people thought the pit would be a problem. And I'm perfectly happy to accede to that. Because if we did dark side, we would need to do the walls of mist without invis, right? We just have to clear everything out, right? If we're doing light side, then invis wouldn't be off the table for the walls of mist. But though we can try doing walls of mist without invis. Well, no, that was Castle Gloaming, right? Like Castle Gloaming. If I was going to do Dark Side, right, then so we've kind of already
It might be useful.
gone past the point where we would make that decision because we did not talk to Malwick. But if we were, which we should have actually, we should have talked to Malwick so that we could get the cool fight inside of our base or whatever. But it's fine that we didn't talk to Malwick. But basically, the quests to like betray your allies is a quest that makes sense to do on dark side. That doesn't really make that much sense to do on light side, in my opinion. It makes sense to do it on dark side because everybody's just an idiot betraying each other left and right. So it's like it just makes sense to do that. But that would be only for Castle Gloaming. I wouldn't have to clear the pit, right? The pit itself, I thought, was the thing that people were interested in, because I'm not going out and just slaughtering a bunch of guards that are friendly to me. That's not in my wheelhouse. We got the dungeon complete message, right? I think we're fine. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Did we get the dungeon complete message? Because it didn't give me the reset the dungeon message. I'm wondering if I missed something, but I don't see how. It's not that big a dungeon. I don't know where I would have missed something. Hey, I am perfectly communicative, and all the things that go through my mind are perfectly reflected in my behaviors. I don't know what you're talking about. This is slander of the highest order. The highest order. But either way, the decision was to do light side. That was definitely the. Every time that we've talked about this, we've settled on light side, so I haven't really worried about it that much. The specific details as to why are not really that important. Let's see here. As long as I know where I'm going and what I'm doing, I don't need to know why. I don't need to know why. Me? I'm not what you'd call the business an intellectual, you know? I'm very focused. You know, it's a statement that's a joke, but it's not entirely untrue. Okay, so we have the summoner here, and they're not leaving the water. I remember this. I think they're predisposed to not leave the water because they're assholes. I remember something about that from previous playthroughs where I realized that I was going to have a difficult time pulling them, because these enemies tend to be very sticky in their positioning. I think I remember something about that. Yeah, they're not willing to go out of the water. It looks like, ooh, that's an issue. Ooh. Since they're not willing to go out of the water, we are in fact... Wow, I didn't save at all during all that fighting that I did. Since they're not willing to leave the water for some reason, we are going to... Because it looks like they were definitely running up to the edges of the water and not crossing the boundary. We're going to try to do some bridge shenanigans, because we might be able to use the bridge to good effect. There's also the fact that there is this little inlet here that we could hypothetically use, but I don't think it's gonna... Whoa. Okay. Okay. Blink, blink. The funny thing is that I think that this group of elementals might actually be harder than the Titan Stronghold itself. The Titan Stronghold doesn't really have that many enemies in each location, and there's a lot of places that they get trapped in the terrain. So it's going to be probably hard, and it might be harder than I anticipate, but this is actually a really, really dangerous pack. Yeah. Do I... So I guess we're gonna sacrifice. There's no. We basically can't get gear off of these, right? So those are still hitting me rather than hitting things that are technically closer to them. Things, I say, as if there's more than one enemy that's near them. That is a giant swarm on this poor wyvern, but that wyvern doesn't give any shits. That wyvern has taken no damage at all. So, now that these have all consolidated here, can I burn them down? No, because these other ones, they haven't all consolidated. Some of them are still over there, shooting blasts at me. And they're gonna keep staying there and shooting blasts at me every time I come in here, huh? Yep. Well, this is gonna be trouble because we have that pack in the back. This ancient wyvern is so healthy still. Holy shit. It's just been taking shots for days. Okay, those are pretty far away. I don't think they're really doing much to me now. So I'm gonna try to burn through you.
It's dangerous.
The wyvern is still fine. It's killing the sylph. The sylph was. What the fuck is happening? This ancient wyvern is fucking crazy. Like, I am hitting the ancient wyvern. Okay. You know, I wasn't expecting that this single ancient wyvern was gonna outlast this whole fucking pack. That wasn't my expectation, but okay. And it didn't because I hit it a bunch of times and killed it, but holy shit. Okay, we're fine. This is great. Okay, we can save it up. We've lost one wyvern, and we're just gonna. So yeah, no, this is not gonna be harder than the interior because we can just drag these wyverns over and clear out the entire sylph army. Just gonna get out of line of sight for a second so that these can, you know, consolidate and do their thing. We've got sylph over there. I'm also going to cast Levitate so that I don't have to worry about falling into the water and just dying. Now, this summoner can probably kill this entire army. That might be a slight exaggeration, but honestly, less of one than I'd think. Okay. Nope. We need to change position so that we're no longer beating on the wyvern, but we also need to not be the closest to any of these water elementals. And we're currently the closest target to them. We need to reset your aggro, I think. The other thing that we need to do is we need to clear these out because they are a problem. And this summoner is still going strong. This wyvern, less so. Yes, we need to clear these out. We're going to clear out these sylphs. So with this pack cleared, we will no longer be worried about damage coming in from this side. Like, this will be a fairly safe direction. Okay. Another water elemental here. Done. Kill the wyvern. And it does fall in the water. Okay. This summoner is still basically at full HP. Just chilling. We have a shit ton of enemies over there. We're not going to go after them quite yet. Let's see if we can kill this sylph without dealing with Any problems? Okay, we got one of the water elementals. We have too many enemies shooting us right now. We're gonna fly away. We're going to save the game. And this is great. This is gonna work fine. The fact that they have so much HP relative to their damage output means that the monsters make really good tanks to just block each other from hitting me. And is that anyway? Okay. No, don't hit that. No, don't. What? No.
Let's take it.
Okay, we're gonna pull out. And I think we actually probably want to get the ones that are really far away first. Like these ones all the way back here. No, because no, wait, yeah, definitely. Let's clear these out. Shit. Oh shit, why are you following me? You're not supposed to be following me. Why were they following me? They just fully charged across the entire map to me. That I wasn't the closest target. Why were they coming after me? It looks like their targeting is a little bit more sticky than I had anticipated. Slightly stickier. Okay. Hello, friend. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, look at that. No, that's... Some of those are the enemies from the side there that were just start beating on me because I'm coming around the side. We can't kill the ones in the back yet. We're going to have to deal with the ones in front, I think. I'm going to try to burn through this pack because I think they're all pretty low.
Too easy.
Oh, shit. This is so funny. just fully. So tanky. Oh god. Oh, ooh, boy. We need to get out. Okay, we're fine. There we go. 2,000 on a crit? What happened? Oh, did my chest break or something? I think my chest broke. Alright. Let's see. Well, this is gonna work fine. Let's dive you. No! I lost him. The crafting sapphire. Just like the sea monsters! Whoops. That wasn't an important wyvern, was it? Not super important, I think. Okay. Alright, this pack has been thinned a lot. Like, a lot. Okay. Well, we're making good progress. We're making good headway. Luckily, we have enough damage that, like, we can fight our way through this stuff without too much difficulty, I think. As long as we're not the ones taking all the damage. Those fucking pseudo AoEs are tearing me to shreds. Because they shoot like a blast, and then that blast splits into other blasts. So whether they're targeting me or not, and they often are, but whether they're targeting me or not, they're often hitting me with those. And it is a problem. This wyvern is...
I think we can take it.
very slowly getting in trouble. Okay, do we want to kill this thing right now? Not really, no. So I'm going to dive over here, and my intention here is just to burn through these two so that we don't have to deal with them. I think that now the pack that was like hiding back here is mostly not a problem anymore. So we should, I think, be able to go save, and then we can probably clear out this entire pack all at once, because we can now, I think, go behind the pack and not immediately get ganked by 1,000 enemies. Some of these will turn on me because I'm going to be closer to them than they are to the wyvern, but I should be able to control how many of them are on me. And the other thing that we need to do that's very important is we need to remember that this group of 3 enemies is not actually super relevant. This is 2 sylphs. So these 2 sylphs, we're not killing them next. We're killing the summoner. So the summoner is just going to keep beating on them while we beat on it from outside of its melee range. It will hopefully not drown in the water, because that would be very sad. We got its body. Okay. So we're going to fly. We're going to fly over here. We're going to identify. It is actually not bad. However, we have 6 legendary cloaks. We don't need this. You know? We're good on cloaks.
No problem.
Alright, so these 2 are beating each other up, and that's all well and good. We kill the wyvern, and we kill the water elemental, and we are done with this pack. We've taken out most of the water elementals here. Only a couple have probably been killed by the wyverns themselves. It's been mostly my kills. And we can go over here and start rotating these into better positions for me. As long as those are rotating counterclockwise, I can basically take this out, hopefully. Take this out. And then we can just rotate a couple of wyverns into position to fight the rest. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to grab these wyverns, and you know what? We're just going to grab this one wyvern. We're just going to pull it over here. We are going to go too far and too fast. Hello, friend. And once we've cleared the entryway, we can go into the actual dungeon and get some work done. Alright, we're going to dive these. I've burned down the water elementals, that I don't have to worry about their pseudo AoEs anymore. Unfortunately, there's more in the back that are hitting me. Okay, this is Sprite. This is a water elemental. The water elementals and the sprites look so similar, so it's like the tier 1 and the tier 3 look practically identical.
Easy prey.
Okay. We're gonna burn down the sylph. Nope, we're not. There we go. Now, I'm gonna walk over here. And you are on land now, pretty distinctly. And there we go. So, we now have a shit ton of you. How many are water elementals? We have 2 water elementals. We're not diving 2 water elementals. That's just simply not a thing we're doing. Hey! You walked out of the land. Good for you. I don't know how you got up here, but good job. You are also up here. Nice. Alright, so we're diving this one. Then we're going to dive this one. And as long as we can split this into some fairly reasonable packs.
Let's leave it behind.
I'm feeling pretty
There's some
comfy. So... Unfortunately, though, we didn't kill any of the actual elementals. We only killed the weaker ones. So, given that they don't seem that interested in getting split up completely, we're going to fly over here and grab a pack of wyverns. Oh, life is good. You know, Might and Magic 7 added some cool mechanics that are definitely going to make my life a hell of a lot easier. Alright. So, we're going to dive you. Hopefully this is the only water elemental that beats on me while I'm doing this. I'm very unfortunate to have to fight multiple water elementals at the same time. And we have a billion other enemies they could be fighting. Funnily enough, the 2 water elementals are the 2 enemies that are... Oh, there were 3 water elementals. I thought there were only 2 left in the pack, but if there's 3, that makes sense. That's like half the pack. Alright. We're going to just move you onto land. Rotate you down here. Easy peasy. We're going to take out this sylph. Nope, we're going to take out this sylph. And then we are going to weaken but not kill you.
Easy prey.
Okay, that's below half. Goal right now is basically to get... Whoa! Goal is to get them into execute range, but sometimes we just accidentally execute them. You know, as one does. As is perfectly standard while you are fighting. Okay. So, we have cleared out all of the elementals in this pack, which means that we have an hour and a half to clear the Titan Stronghold. So let's make it happen. Doesn't look like a door. Okay, so preservation is only 5 more hours. We're going to go ahead and recast that. We're going to go ahead and actually recast this as well. I don't think we need to recast anything else. We're going to come in here without invis at first. We're going to see what happens. There should be a shit ton of enemies all over the place, but I don't remember where they start, honestly. Guess we'll find out. We have no food because I forgot to get food, so we are actually going to reload the save outside, and we're going to go grab food. Because I am not doing the Titan Stronghold without the ability to save. That would be insane. That would be a truly silly way. I have an hour and a half. I don't have 15 hours to dick around with continual reloading back to the entrance for a dungeon full of level 300 dragons. So we are instead going to go over here.
Welcome, travelers.
And we're
Our
going to
meals are second to none.
fill our packs. We now have food. And since we now have food, we can save at the Titan Stronghold 10 times. We can actually save more than that. We do have food in our inventory, but we can save 10 times in this dungeon. It would be my guess that we don't need to save that many times. But we're going to want to save after we clear probably each of the really major sections. That is a legendary. It is Chain, which nobody uses. But, hey, it's also got of Doom.
No room. No room.
It's some Doom Chain. Let's go. Let's see. That's pretty funny. So we've got another legendary. Hopefully we'll find some more in here as well that we can actually make use of. Oh my god. That's unfortunate. That's... Could you not? Actually, would you kindly do a different thing? That's a regenerating Titan. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just... Oh god, there's more over there. Oh! Obliterated by the sparks. The sparks comes out, just tears us apart. Funnily enough, we just lost that legendary, but that's fine. It'll be back. It'll be back. I think the next time we get that type of chain, it's definitely going to be that legendary specifically. I believe that's how it works. That's some pretty crazy stats on the boots, actually. Plus 29% vitality. Unfortunately, though, that's the that's not a legendary. We're not actually replacing a legendary with that. Holy shit! What is your first ring slot?
There's no room. I can't carry anymore.
You know, I definitely have some slight issues with my gear. My gear is not as nice as I'd like it to be. I feel like I need to improve my gear. Fortunately, I think when I go in here, I am going to be pulling them from both sides, kind of guaranteed. I need to get them all downstairs, I think. I wasn't expecting them to be able to just jump off of the cliff there. So... I need to get them all into a place that I can deal with. I can't fight them toe-to-toe because they're gonna sparks me and just kill me. Oh shit. So I'm not gonna loot that chest until I've figured out what I'm doing.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
I've aggroed some dragons. And unfortunately, I did get them from both sides here. I was hoping that I could avoid getting the ones that are in front of me, but I did not do that. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? Whoa! Oh shit! Hello.
Shall I do?
Hey, speaking of pulling those dragons, we might need to use Invis.
It's a little dark in here.
It's possible. Okay, we managed to get just the ones on this side. That halves the size of the pack that's coming at us. Can I fight? Can I fight you on your own? Maybe. You have Psychic Shock, you don't have Sparks. A single lowest tier Titan I can fight. That I can comfortably fight. They don't hit that hard. So this is a Blood Titan. They also have Psychic Shock. Is it only the mid tier? Blood Titans are the highest tier, right? No, that's definitely casting Sparks. Okay, so it can cast both Psychic Shock and Sparks, I guess. So, can I fight a Blood Titan? Almost certainly not, right? I don't think I should try it. So we're going to. That actually didn't hit that bad. That wasn't that crazy a hit. The Sparks that we just got hit by was
What shall
fine.
I do?
We can't probably 1v1 a Blood Titan, but not without a corner. But we can make some of this shit work. Okay. I think we have an angle here. Not that way. No, 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 no. Fuck. It's going to a place that I don't want it to go. I need it to come down this... No, if I go to where I would catch it there, then its friends are just going to kill me. I need you to come down here. You just gonna be a pain in my ass. Can I take a storm titan? Is that what you call it? Wow, I actually remember your name. No surprise. Okay, we have two of them here now. Not super optimal for me. Okay, can we get you to rotate now? Yes! Unfortunately. You can hit me from here, which means that I need to leave. So the issue now is that you appear to be... Nice, okay. We got it unstuck. I'm not positive, but I believe the hardest part of this is going to be this opening. Fuck. Rotated too wide. Thought we got a stun, but we didn't. Okay, we should have this here. This opening area is like a really bad area to have to kite them around. So we should, I think. Is it just the two then? Okay, we've pulled a dragon. How are you? You're level 300. And we can... Oop. Get the fuck out of here before your friend arrives. And then get behind this corner. And then the Titan is going to rotate into a position that's bad for me. The dragon's already in a position that's bad for me. So the two of them are going to... Fuck! Two of them are going to conspire with my general lack of skill. Okay, there we go. So we need to kill this thing before that Titan finishes circling back. Okay. That's done. Do you have sparks? You do, right? Yes, you do. This is a very bad, like, position for it to be in. Nope. Okay, I think we're golden with that one. So, we've cleared that. And we just need to... Okay, there are more over here. And I'm pulling a Blood Titan and a Blue Dragon together. Not optimal. Uber. We got 3 actually. On the plus side, this is the lowest tier of dragon, I think. Or at least it's lower tier than the one that we were just fighting. On the negative side, I'm already dead. Ugh, I got stuck on the dragon. Oh boy, is this going to be rough. I might need to start using some saves just on this opening pack. You know what? No. I'm not going to. Because we don't have that much time, I'm going to end this up. And I'm going to fuck around with some other rooms. And, like, look how many of these Titans we have right here. Ooh, it's beautiful. I don't know if I can go past you. I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. Okay. We're going to go through the dragon room. So, we're going to basically invis our way through the dragon room. We're going to go to the right, a room on the right side, and try to clear that out. If I decide, I could just do like the entire stream tomorrow dedicated to doing runs of this, in which case I could clear more of the world map in between. Is this a room that has a reasonable chance of success? Maybe. I'm not a huge fan of these corners, honestly, but I'm going to try this corner. We basically need to kill just this Blood Titan right now, I think. I think this Blood Titan is in a position where it can hit me, and nobody else is right now. But having one Blood Titan on me is a problem. Now, I think there actually might have been another one on me, but I'd be a little surprised just because I feel like the damage output would have put me in the dirt by then. But we'll see. We'll see. It's not a perfect location, but it's a very good one. Like, we had a shit ton of enemies in that pack, and there was only one or maybe two hitting us. And that none of them can enter, right? There's no shot of them actually getting into this room. They're just too big. So this is a room that we could use. Oh, never mind. It looks like the little titans can, and the bigger ones can't. Maybe it's just the first. Ooh, that sparks. The sparks can reach me, I think, but I don't think it's likely to. The Storm Titan is an issue that needs to be resolved. Okay. Are we in the clear now? Because I feel like we might be in the clear. We're pretty much in the clear here. So, we can use this room to good effect. There are still enemies over here that have not locked themselves into this corner, but that's fine. I'm going to try rotating to here and seeing if they do the same thing. Somebody's hitting me. I don't think it's the person in front of me, though. I think it's one from one of those corners. I just need to be out of the corner so that it's projectiles that are shooting into the corner don't hit me. This doesn't even think it can hit me, so it's not going to cast sparks at me. Which means we're pretty much in the clear. As long as we can just rotate back and forth between these two locations and have enemies leak when we do, I think we're going to be okay. Let's move slightly away from the thing. Somebody's attacking me, but it's missing. The sparks could potentially kill me. Sparks are missing. So we're solid. I was worried that when the sparks actually exploded at the end, I think the explosion might have a slightly larger radius than the proximity trigger. Alright, so let's take a look at who is... Okay, so they're just stuck in that doorway. Which is simultaneously useful and not useful. It's useful if they're not willing to attack me. So that sparks hit me. It didn't come into contact with me to like trigger the sparks, but I'm pretty sure that the sparks when it exploded was close enough that I was in the area of effect of the explosion. Alright. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to get into the green out of this. And if we get into the green, clearing these out, we can just save. At this point, we now have a safe location that we can use as a base of operations. We can pull the entire dungeon into this little crevice if we so please. And yeah, so we're now good to go.
Now here's something. Here's something.
It's a lot of
worthless.
It's a lot of bonus AC.
Now here's something.
We got legendary Dragonhide Gauntlets of Protection. Killing a monster restores 10% of health and mana. Requires level 237, so we can't equip it yet. But that is yet another legendary. This gives luck and accuracy.
like X.
I'm not sure
There's no
who's going to
room.
want to equip this, but somebody, presumably. Look at how big of an upgrade this is for everybody. Ooh.
I have too much.
Oh, not you, actually. Ash won't be equipping it because Ash definitely doesn't need it. So that is something that we can slap on someone once we have got our stuff done. We're going to go ahead and save it up. So we're saving under dungeon, and this is our first dungeon save. We now have 9 dungeon saves left. So our goal right now is to find safe ways to handle each of these rooms. And I'm going to try to just pull these dragons into a corner. And I'm going to fail, because that one is going to make my life harder than it needs to be. You know what else is going to make my life harder than it needs to be? The fact that these things are absolutely enormous and tend to do what they just did, which is just walk right by the side, because they're far enough. They have to be out in the corridor a substantial distance because of the
No space.
Sorry.
the thingamabobber. Okay. We didn't hit an enemy with that, so it's fine. Not going to worry about it. It is funny that we're still using that identify item bow. I just think that it's funny. More than anything else. Okay, that didn't even one-shot core brick. So, the green dragons I think are no problem. Are red dragons the most powerful dragons then? I think red dragons might be the most powerful now. I think it might be green, then blue, then red. Okay, this thing has buried itself in a corner in front of me. I think I might be able to just clear these, but maybe not, because they're all rotating out. Ooh, they're now blocking me from where I need to be, which is a problem. I'm gonna die here. I can't actually get to the safe spot because they've rotated into the position to block me. We need to clear the ones in front of me. I guess it doesn't really matter which ones I clear first, honestly. But we're going to clear the ones in front of me first. And we are just going to pull everything into this room for now because... will we be dangerous and aggressive?
Ow!
Wait, what? Shit.
No space.
You drop. You.
I can't carry anymore.
Yes, this is the time to do this. Why wouldn't now be the time to do this? Alright. We're going to clear this blue dragon. We're going to be taking pot shots from the right. And we could probably just brute force this one. There is probably. Seems to be fine. Got that done. I could just dive into this room and see if I can make the corners work. I think that might be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna just chill here. There's only 2 on me. What are you doing? Why do you wander back the other direction? You don't usually de-aggro when you're... Position like that. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, they're doing weird shit. Okay, so amulet. It's a fairly weak amulet. Go forward. We'll just clear this out completely. And anybody else in this room? Nope. But we have aggroed the Titans that are across the hall. And that's great for us. Because that means that we can just pull them into this room. Debatably? Maybe not. Maybe they're going to wander away again? We can see... Nope, definitely not if we don't fully commit to it. Okay. That's a pretty good heal. Let's get it started in here. Alright, we've got one over here that we can probably just fight this, right? This is just a normal Titan. I might be able to kill this before the other shows up. I cannot. That turned out okay. I don't know if I can fight a Storm Titan like this, but probably can like this. So this one is probably going to be fine. Keep popping over here, aggroing more of them. And hopefully can just use this corner to good effect. Ooh, this is a problem. That is so much fucking damage.
There's some danger.
Okay. Whew. Okay. That's done. We're going to clear out the other two Titans over here. And they really do not want to approach me the way that I want them to. I was hoping they'd approach me going east. Yeah, I think that I basically have to tag them to get them to stop moving in an appropriate location, because otherwise they're going to walk by me. So this is a concern. Okay, that one walked away, which is good for me. This one is walking into range, which is bad for me. But this one is alone, and I think I can just wipe it. I don't think it has enough damage for me to not just lifesteal through it, as long as I have the shared life available. Okay, so we've cleared both sides of this entrance. I don't remember. Did I loot this chest? I don't think I did on this run, right? We have not looted this yet.
Useless.
Okay.
That's no good.
Nothing interesting in this chest. We've now cleared these corners. We've cleared this central chamber. I think we're going to want to clear this group of dragons and then save for the second time. That being said, it does occur to me that I do have the ability to just leave to save as well once I've cleared some portion of the dungeon. So once I've cleared out a substantial portion of the enemies here, I will have the option of simply leaving. So the rationing that I'm doing I should be taking that into account. Why are you running away? Come back. Right, so this one is alone for now because the other one wandered off. Okay, that one's toast. We are going to, I think, just dive this one and then just try to rotate around it to get into this corner here without it moving. Because I think if we're in this corner, we can, yep. I'm like a little bit concerned about the idea of the dragon like obliterating me or whatever, but I'm not that concerned about it. That's concern. We now have a red dragon in the middle of this entryway in a place that's going to prevent me from doing what I want to do. Will you approach me? You will not. This is not a good corner for me right now. It's in a very, very bad position. This is actually the worst position it could possibly be in, pretty much. But that's okay. Luckily, we can fight a single red dragon. It's not that big a deal. Single green dragon should be trivial if we can just kill a red dragon. Whatever it should be. Should be fine. Doesn't mean it's gonna be. So, once we've cleared out this one here, I believe there's probably not any other packs in here because these are huge, and I feel like I would have seen them. This is another room that you can actually lock the dragons in and then just fight them like this. If I had more saves, I would have definitely done it, but I'm not sitting on that much time.
Useless.
And I don't feel like taking the risk right now. So this is her dear friend Nick.
That's no good.
I believe.
I can't identify it.
I can't carry anymore.
We know Nick from way back. We're old pals.
Ooh, worthy.
Let's see. Okay. It's so funny how many like absolutely crazy items that you get that are like just because of the fact that they're not like legendaries. It's like, okay, this is a super crazy item, but unfortunately, we're past that. It's not good enough. Like in vanilla, this would be like an absolutely insane effect. And in this, it is still an absolutely insane effect, but it's not as good as what we got. Alright, so we've made our second save. We've cleared out all of those things. I guess I should have gotten closer to this side before I did that, but it's fine. We have this pair, and that's done. If I can get you to come around this corner, that's perfect. Just blow you up, no problem. Easy peasy.
It's worthless.
Identify the unenchanted gauntlets. Can we get some, but not all of the people in this next pack? Maybe. This is not a small enough portion of the pack for us to be able to handle it conveniently. We are going to rotate to here. We're going to try and fail to lock you in, which means that we're going to need to keep rotating. Oh god! Ooh, I ran into the pedestal. That is. Ooh. This Blood Titan is, I think, alone right now. The others are too far away. So I think we've got this one set. Perfect. And that means that we can now just rotate down here. And is it one of each of the other types, or is there still a Blood Titan? Because a Blood Titan, I don't think I can beat in a brute force contest. I think I can beat this in a brute force contest, but I don't need to because it's alone. So I should be able to block at least some of its attacks. That was pretty predictable. We have, I think, done enough damage. Yeah, we've done enough damage to just go for the dive. So, we've now cleared out a little bit more of this section. There's probably more in that pack. There are not more in that pack. So, we've cleared this hallway. We can look for our next great hallway adventure. I don't think this is going to end well for me. Yeah, we're getting the hell out of here if we can. We might not be able to. There's actually so many on us right now that we might just die. No boy. Are you? You are for now. Holy shit, there's 3 people up. Oh shit. We could potentially survive this. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, we have split the pack. How dead are you? Not very. Not very. Okay, we've got the Blood Titan over there. We've got a Storm Titan here. Celery is back up. And we're not going to go after that Storm Titan. We're going to go after this one, which I don't think is a Blood Titan. And it's not. So we're going to try to brute force this one. This is a mistake. I'm taking too much damage for this. We're going to try it anyway. Okay. And we're definitely not going to try to take your friend without a corner. Okay, buddy. Approach me. It's now approaching. And we got the stun. So. Okay. Fucking nailed it. Oh, man. Okay. So, we have some big enemies left here. I should not be pouring while they are approaching me. I think it's too... Oh, boy. That is definitely not... That is a definite no. There are actually several in this pack right here. Are you the one that's injured? You're not the one that's injured. I can't beat a Blood Titan in just like a brute force contest. I don't think I can anyway. I might be able to, but it's not the expected outcome for me to win that, so I'm not going to
No problem.
like make an attempt on that. The Storm Titans on their own are actually strong enough that while I think I usually will beat a Storm Titan, I think the last fight demonstrated that it would be fairly easy to lose. Because as soon as the people who can cast Shared Life go down, my lifesteal can't keep up with their incoming damage anymore. So let's get... I mean, to be honest, the lifesteal starts out unable to keep up with their incoming damage. It's a race. It's a DPS race to see who runs out of HP first. And I think I will generally win that race. But if anything bad happens, I distinctly lose the advantage there. Okay, so we're going to be able to clear out this Blood Titan. Once we've cleared out this pack, we're saving. This is an enormous pack, just one pack of enemies with like so many. So once we've cleared out this pack, we will be immediately going to go save. Damn. Okay, we got this in position. The other one left position. The Blood Titan is not in position. So, it is paralyzed though. So, we're going to stay in position. We're going to try to burn down the thing, the Titan. It's because it's hitting us. We're going to try to burn down this Blood Titan before it gets up. And we got it. Okay, so we're going to try to take out this Storm Titan. It would be nice to have a good position to do it in, but... Okay, we have one more enemy in this pack. And I am going to try to... Oh, we have two more enemies in this pack. One of them has wandered so far away that I can't realistically consider it to be part of this pack anymore. I'm not going to make the attempt to consolidate that into this pack. We're going to deal with that later. We are going to get the fuck out of here. We're going to recast Preservation because I have been here a while. I don't think we've been here long enough that I need Preservation again, but... Okay. So these corners, we need to make sure that they are aligned as closely as they can be with the side that I'm trying to get them stuck on. And then, after I've aligned them as closely as I can get to that side, we then need to dash out and hit them at the right time as they are approaching. I don't know who that green one is, but I don't think it's actually a green. I think that was a hostile from the start. I'm going to stand right here because I'm pouring a drink, and I think I'll be fine. That is very much famous last words, because we have a big one coming, and it's fine. Why wouldn't it be fine? It's not like I'm splitting my damage or anything. You know what? Pouring your drink, being absolutely cocky, works every time. If you just disrespect your enemies enough, it works. That's how it works. And yes, I know there's someone sneaking up behind me, but that's fine. I don't need to give them the respect of acknowledging their ambush. It's part of that Sigmar grind set. You know what's really funny? I imagine that there's somebody out there who hears like this Sigma grind set bullshit and actually thinks that people are just mispronouncing Sigmar. And they think it's a Warhammer thing. It is my deepest hope that this is a real person who exists, and more power to them. Oh, shit. Okay, we fucked up that pull bad, but luckily these don't have AoEs, so... You know, it's just a dragon's, like, flame breath. Why would it be an AoE, right? I think I can probably just brute force a dragon, right? I can brute force a red dragon, right? I can brute force a dragon, right? This is a thing that I can consistently make happen. Yes. Blue dragon here, we can probably just blow up. Okay. Alright, this is paralyzed. That's cleared. We have another red dragon here. Are you already injured? Oh god, this is a thorn dragon? Are you stuck? Are you stuck? No, you're not stuck. Okay, well, unfortunately for us, we have absolutely no choice. We have to get this stuck. we are going to need to pull this thing into this room or into this room. Those are our options. We don't have an option to not pull it somewhere that we can kill it. I guess we could use a corner if we wanted to, but we would have to hit it while it's in the corner. Like, that can just shoot me from there. It's like, can I just get you to come in there? Like, they are so weird. Like, the movement patterns are actually very strange in this dungeon. They're very unusual. This is not behaving in a way that I would expect it to. Can you hit me from here? You cannot. Okay. You know, I guess I could just hold S. Yeah, that's not going to work. Very clearly, we are on a downward trajectory with that amount of shenanigans. Okay. Once we clear this Thorns Dragon, we are going to immediately save the game. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. We've got the... We've got the pathway to success against everything here. Even like a Thorns enemy is not going to be that big of an issue. I think it's probably going to be easier to trap the Thorns enemies than the non-bosses. The bosses, I think, are going to be pretty trivial to get stuck in a corner here. Right, that part.
There's some power. Ow!
Oh, right. Just tap up a storm for a little bit.
Ow!
This is so much HP. Monsters are weakened and can no longer resurrect. I'm surprised, actually. I thought that there would be more enemies deeper in than that. I knew that we were making really solid progress. I knew that we were making good progress, but that is actually nuts. Holy shit. So we have 6 more saves in us. We have 6 saves available. Let's see. This is a normal red dragon. It is already somewhat injured. Okay.
Oh.
We got some plate armor. Man, we got good times. We got good times. So I'm gonna. I guess we already pulled this room. Okay.
Oh.
That is a really solid ring that we should probably just equip on somebody. So this is not something I'm replacing because of the fact that it has the light magic on it right now. So plus 2% plus 11%. I need to make this legendary better.
It might be useful.
Okay.
Won't
This
fit.
is actually more on brand for Ashcore. Oh, I haven't replaced that ring because I died. Okay. Alright, so Ash is going to be a little bit tankier, a little bit more damaging
That's
now.
useless.
Ah, a new spell.
You
Great.
have Cure Insanity yet.
I don't. Useless. Useless.
Hey, it's Arthur. Plus 71 to all stats. Some other shenanigans. Alright. We can keep going. We're gonna veer to the west side of the map. Just try to make sure that we're not like exposing ourselves to enemies coming at us from two different sides at once. Getting attacked from two sides at once is bad. It's unhealthy. Alright, we're just gonna lure the one that's coming with us, except we're not, because it has decided to wander away again. And now this one is just going to approach us. The other one is no longer in line of sight. So I'm fairly comfortable to just... You know that thing I said about getting attacked from two sides at once? They seem to be setting up that exact scenario on me, and I'm not super happy about it. Luckily, we should be able to just clear this one out. And then this one will eventually turn back. It'll rotate past. Once it rotates past... Okay. I think this is in a good position. Certainly seems to be in a good position. So we should be golden. So we're going to clear out this Blood Titan. Easy peasy. Move on. Go to the middle area. I don't know if they can get out of that room or not. So let's approach them and find out. I might need to fight them in these corners, which is going to be a struggle to set up. But once it's set up, we should be able to do it fairly safely. So if they're all set, which I believe they are, we should be fine. We're going to clear out the ones behind. No, we're going to keep going forward rather than do the ones behind me for reasons that make sense to me and probably nobody else. I feel like approaching more forward feels thematically more likely to not unlock these. So if anything's going to get unlocked, I want it to be the one that's behind me, not the 15 in front of me.
Got it.
Even though I don't really know that there's a meaningful difference in the likelihood of that. And the advantage of clearing the ones behind me is that once I clear the one behind me, everything is a very clean shot from there. At that point, everything is in one direction, and we don't have to worry too much. But anyway, this does seem to be working. We're clearing through at a reasonable pace. We have one more to clear, clearing you. Once this is dead, we will be good to go. And we do have the ability to save
This is good.
pretty much willy-nilly now because of the fact that we don't have a limited amount of food anymore because we can always just leave. So we now have 6 more saves before we need to like go outside and touch grass. We actually don't need to touch the grass. We can be standing outside on the walkway. We don't need to go all the way to the grass. But either way, we might be able to do this without needing to leave. I think there's a pretty decent shot of it, honestly. There's nothing in here because we don't have the quest yet, I guess, which is kind of weird. It's unusual for, like, in Might and Magic, it's very uncommon for an item to simply not be there without, like, some fairly strong narrative justification for why it's not there, right? Like, if you're talking about just, like, an item you find in a chest in a dungeon for a quest, it's usually just in the chest. The thing that stops you from turning in the quest is just the fact that you haven't gotten the quest yet. So it's unusual that that isn't there. Maybe it's so that if you choose Dark Side, you don't have an item in your inventory that you can't use and don't know the purpose of because you're never going to get the quest. Which would be an unusual justification from my perspective. But alright. We are finished with you. Okay, that went honestly more smoothly than I anticipated. And there's that legendary chainmail. Okay, so we got the legendary chainmail from before.
No room.
Once we got the
Can't carry
correct
them.
type of item, we were going to get it. It was already seeded into the system. So we can clear this blue dragon. Okay, that one's toast. We have one more down here. We have 5 more saves. I think we're going to clear this room before we save. That might be a little bit silly, honestly. I don't know that we need that many more saves. We've only got so many rooms left,
Oh.
but I'm doing it anyway. That's just how I'm deciding to do this. So we're going to hopefully not get killed with the Titan pack in that room, and potentially more dragons if there's more dragons. Which is a possibility, not a guarantee. And things are looking promising. We need to basically get powerful enough that we can do these kinds of enemies without having convenient corners and stuff like that. As like our goal for the end game. Okay. It's a really good thing that did not hit Silveria, because if it hit Silveria, I'd be fucked. That one's stuck. That one's stuck. Can we get the rest of you stuck? Alright, I'm gonna stand right here. I think the other two are stuck. So we're gonna brute force this Titan. Then we're gonna pop over here. We're gonna clear out this Titan that can't hurt us. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the final Titan, and then we'll have this room cleared. And then I think there's only a couple of more rooms in the dungeon to clear. I think at this point, actually, we have cleared the vast majority of the enemies. I'd forgotten how front-loaded the dungeon is in terms of like distinct rooms, particularly distinct rooms with enemies in it. We're not going to do this until we've looted. We are going to pop this open.
Ooh. Worthy. Worthy. That's no good. Ooh. Useless. That's no good.
Okay.
Useless.
Alright, nothing of import, and we can save the game once we get to the corridor again. And we still have 5 saves left. So I do think that we're going to be able to clear this without issue. We do have one issue that's a fairly considerable issue, which is just that these kinds of packs are really deadly. And right, I think I need to be I need to figure out the positioning for encouraging the enemies to actually come to me instead of leaving. I think this one is weirdly going to just be on the opposite corner there, so I don't know which direction that one's gonna go. It looks like it's coming to me now. If they're willing to just rotate past me, then I'm okay here, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Alright. I was being very, very aggressive there. Like, way over the top aggressive there. So, not even slightly a surprise that we died there. So, we're going to be similarly aggressive for right this moment, but this is probably also going to be just lethal. Because we have 2 Storm Titans beating on us right now, and I absolutely cannot take the damage from 2 Storm Titans, and certainly not with my shared life people down. I mean, but yeah, everything about their pathing here is very unusual. Alright. I'm just going to walk into this corner. My hope is that I can basically just get them to do what happened to the dragons. I'm not sure if I can. Well, we got it to happen with one of them. Okay. Oh, hello. This one's right on me. If I can get it... Damn it. I think 2 of them are now locked away. So I think I'm okay as long as I can clear out this one Storm Titan, and then the other 2 are just free now. So we're good. No problem. Alright, so we have that pack cleared. Weren't there some little titans in that pack? Did I kill them already? I thought there were some low tier titans there. Let's see. Haste for 6 hours. That doesn't sound right. Let's go ahead and recast both of these. Regen for 2 days. That sounds fine. I'm probably not going to let the regen wear off before I go train or something. So I don't have to worry about it too much. We have 2 blood titans in this pack. And there is a decent amount left, actually. There's a pretty decent number of enemies that I'll have to deal with on the back side of this pack, just in the hallways over there. This is on the wrong side of the hallway. But we got the para. Okay, we're all set. Just plow through you. Get the belt. This one is now approaching. That's great for us. I love that for us. I'm attacking this at a very inopportune position. It took a little tiny bit too long, and we need to pull back. On the plus side, generally speaking, when that happens, because of their positioning, they're going to attack me and then rotate past me. And since they rotate past me, I'm not going to take a ton of pot shots as I'm running away. So the fights here are actually way safer than they look, even though I've been doing a terrible job of dodging the projectiles. I've just been completely botching it every single time, basically. I'm going to try to burn through this Titan. We got it. We're now going to plop to here. Okay, this is actually normal Titan as well. So we can clear through this one. Is that a boss? That is another thorn. This is the second thorn boss of the dungeon. But on the plus side, this is a very thorns-friendly dungeon. These are not thorn-friendly enemies by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a dungeon that is convenient to have thorns in because even if it wasn't thorns, I was gonna have to, pull some shenanigans with it either way, right? So if it's gonna be a dungeon, this is a good one to have it happen. So we've got another Blood Titan there. Unfortunately, it is gonna rotate out of this room that I wanted it to stay in, because that's a useful room for me. Okay. I did not do a great job of that, but that's okay. Perfect. We got another hourglass. Should probably be saving right now, because we just cleared a huge pack. And these are now approaching me. Yes. All three of them are now approaching. We need to bring them to a place that we can fight them. specifically, we need to bring the Thorns enemy to a place that we can fight it. The other two we can fight more naturally. It looks like they are not actually going to be consistently behaving like assholes, so... Okay, we're out. Okay, they split again. Okay, as long as they're split, I feel fairly confident approaching them and fighting them. I just am not comfortable if they consolidate. This one is the one that is that I was beating on before, so this one should go down like a sack of bricks. Done. We're gonna go ahead and save, because we're now going to be pulling this thing, if possible, and we need to pull it quite some distance. I don't think this room is useful to me, so let's... Oh, actually, never mind. This room might be exactly what I need. Let's find out. Probably not, considering that this thing got from one side of that thing to the other. That indicates to me that this is not necessarily going to be a consistent room for me, but that's fine. We're gonna... Oh god. Never mind, it's not fine, because this dragon's gonna block my fucking body. Okay. Okay.
This could be
I just
tough.
paralyzed this thing. It's so funny. Doesn't help me a lot that it's paralyzed, because I need to get some life stealing done. Alright. So we're going to clear these blue dragons, and that para is lasting longer than I expected it to. We're going to clear both of these packs before we worry about the Thorns enemy, because the preferable thing to happen is for the Thorns enemy to walk in here and get stuck in the same places that these were stuck in. The fact that it's paralyzed out there is, like, in theory good because it's paralyzed, but it's going to come out of paralysis before I kill it. That's not gonna be a permanent effect. So, that being said, it lasted quite a while. Do I have a position that I can stand in? I think I can just do this for at least a little bit. Okay, there. It's now out, which means that we need to get the fuck out of dodge. Oh, wait! No, it's moving on. Okay. I'm going to just run down here. And it is hopefully going to approach me here. Is it going to continue approaching? Yes. Oops. Okay. So... all set. We've got this in a good position for us now.
It's dangerous.
And we are almost in the clear. So once we've got this thorn enemy down, we have a couple more packs in those back areas, but this is the last room, right? Like, this is the last, like, full room that we have to deal with in this dungeon. Beyond this point, it's just the enemies in the hallways. And honestly, the room enemies are easier to deal with than the ones that are in the hallways, because the hallway enemies I just have a much harder time dealing with. But it should be all good. funny would it be if this got unlocked by the fact that it got paralyzed here. And then just obliterated me. Just like a single sparks just blows me up. I think it would be pretty funny. I'd be very upset. But it would be really funny, and I acknowledge that. I don't think that that's a thing that can really happen. On the plus side, it looks like Silria's healing on hit is actually pretty solid. So we got the dungeon complete message, so we don't have that many enemies left. We just got another ring. Yeah, one of the reasons that I have so many rings in my inventory is because of the fact that I know that I have so many garbage rings equipped that it feels like I should hold on to the things that I have sitting in my inventory, just because it's materials to play with for later. The thing, though, is that I think that my crafting materials are actually way more rare than high quality rings. High quality rings are kind of a dime a dozen at this point. I think they're on the right side? No, they're on the left side. Okay, there is at least one of the Blood Titans. Is there anybody in here? I don't think so. I think that's just Sparks. Okay, we got one. Can we keep it? No. Will this one come in? Yes. Okay. Oh, that's two. That's not one. That's not. Ooh, that ain't one at all. Ooh, we are in trouble. Trouble. Trouble with a capital. Trouble. Okay. I think that makes sense, right? I don't know that I've ever heard anybody else use that particular turn of phrase. Because there's trouble with a capital T, right? And I have a tendency to say stuff like trouble with a capital trouble to indicate something beyond just, the capital T. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone else do that particular turn of phrase, but I think that it makes sense, right? Because it's like basically just all caps. I think that makes sense. It's like a new way of thinking about it, because trouble with a capital T, I think, is indicative that it's a proper noun, right? So it's like the elemental embodiment of trouble or something. Like it's more more troublesome than merely troubles that are improper nouns. I believe that's it. I think we've killed everything in this dungeon now. With 2 saves to spare. And, the ability to just leave whenever we wanted. So, mission successful. I was a little bit concerned that we were going to struggle with this more than we have. I was definitely concerned that I wasn't going to be able to finish it by 1. It is 12:52. So, we managed to finish this with plenty of time. So mission successful. We got, I think, a couple of legendaries, and we also got a bunch of rings. Should we look at our rings and see if any of the rings that we just picked up are good? We will. But first we're going to leave the dungeon and save outside. We'll save outside, then we'll take a look at our rings, and once we've done that, we will continue. The other thing that I want to do is take a look at who's doing what damage. 51% of the damage is coming from fucking Ashcore now. What the fuck? What is happening? Holy shit. So, and Corbrick is catching up again? Like, Corbrick was falling behind continuously, but, like, Corbrick is catching up to Severia in this dungeon. I guess because of the fact that in the past, and for a while now, I've had way more damage relative to the enemy's HP. So Severia is getting a lot more bonus attacks in, whereas now it's very much like Yarhu, let's go. So anyway, we have 5 levels worth of experience, which is, you know, not too shabby. And let's take a look at our ranks. We've picked up a bunch of them, I believe. There's one right here. That's 23 body magic skill. And we can immediately replace this thing, which is just total garbage, with this, which is not good, but which we can improve by adding... Where'd it go? Did I put the wrong ring on? Did I put the dark magic ring on instead? I'm a talented individual. Okay. So if we have this, like... We could add speed to this, just arbitrarily. We don't need to worry about it. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to hold off. I might pump the intellect, maybe, just to give us the opportunity to add endurance to it. Maybe not, honestly. I might just want to add the thing to it. I think I'm just going to do it. Let's just grab this. Done. Just add 83 speed. Why the hell not? Make the ring do its job. So we have the ability to pump our resists higher, and we should probably. Getting this ring upgraded will be helpful to us. But we were going to explore all of the rings that we have in our inventory, right? We have an amulet here, which also gives 23 body magic. With air resistance and AC. We can't use a thing around here, so it doesn't matter. This is plus 100 air resistance, plus 64 armor class, and 24 air magic skill. Endurance, death eradication immunity. We got a helmet. This is potentially valuable, but we're probably not going to need it. Because these are giving boosts to all stats, which... Though this does give me a sizable boost to vitality at the cost of power. I could equip this on somebody else, potentially. Do I actually need a bunch of extra spell points? I think I might not. Let's equip this for now. And this will give us also... What does air give us? This boost... This also will give us a boost to our... This is speed for the entire party. So plus 24 speed for the entire party. No, it's not plus 24. It's 24 times 3, right? Yeah, that's plus 70 some speed for the entire party to equip that. That's probably worthwhile. I think that's solid. It also gives us some more air resistance, which is good. But we honestly need to have more total resists to make better usage of the artifact that we have. Right now, we don't have enough gear of Doom, basically. We have a lot of things that give boost to all our stats. We don't have anything really that's... I guess we have this. But we don't have a lot that's really helping out with our... getting our resists as high as they need to be to really make usage of the thing. I don't believe I've moved my inventories that much, so I think that should be most of the random shit that I just put in my inventory without thinking about it. Oh, but we have we picked up some gloves or something, right? That we haven't used yet. We picked up some gauntlets. We have 2 minutes. I should at least find them, even if I am not
I don't know.
going to immediately use them. Because we found some legendary gauntlets, right? So this has plus 60 to all Oh, I can't equip these yet because they're it's too high level. I could try to slap this on you, and I think that's actually this is probably the play. The play is probably to put this on you.
No space.
Won't fit.
It is DPS gear, which is suboptimal to put onto this character, but it is also resist gear, which is very optimal because we actually are now. I don't know how that happened. Oh, because I pumped my air a bunch. This air item is also increasing my air resist relative to my other resists. So if we were to equip this, we would want to replace this. Because, though to be fair, this is not that important an effect. So, hey Rhoda, I think we are gonna put this on this character anyway. Hey Zebrafinch. We're just about to end. We have a minute left. We're just doing some inventory management. So I think we're going to equip this onto Quartal, even though that isn't necessarily optimal. Just for the resists. Just for the resists. That is very unfortunate, Zebrafinch. Yeah, I've been trying to stream until 1, and I've been trying. My start time is supposed to be 9, and I've been trying to start a little bit earlier than that, but I have not been incredibly successful with that. This thing needs to be equipped. This has plus 50 to all 7 stats. I'm not looking for a ring that isn't identified. I'm looking for a ring that is identified. So this gives 56 air resistance. Plus 30 to all stats. This, where is it? It's almost like I have too many rings in my inventory. This gives 90 luck, 90 intellect, and 50 to all stats. Giving me the luck over this might not. This is not like a net boost for my durability. It's presumably a significant boost for my damage output, but I guess not really for melee damage, which is my primary damage output. It does increase. This character has so few item slots to play with. It's very rough. I guess I could also toss this onto Silria if I wanted, but I don't think that makes a ton of sense. Because intellect is not the thing that I'm trying to stack. Though I have this, which is total garbage, I think. So I could just do this, and that gives me a pretty sizable boost to both, I think, over what I had. So we're at 15 3, 15, 1, 10, and 11, right? Yeah. So this is actually a fairly significant upgrade for Silria, even though the intellect is kind of wasteful. So we're just going to do that. So we've gotten some of our rings dealt with, and it is 103. So we're going to end things here for right now. So thank you everyone for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to stream for you today. I do apologize to the people who are coming in right as I'm about to stop. But you know, we gotta get the other stuff that we gotta get done today. So next time we're gonna finish up Avlee. We will be doing some demon stuff. We'll be doing some other stuff. It's gonna be great. We finished the Titan Stronghold, so the hardest part of Avlee is in theory done. So that's gonna be it.